today I'm going to show you how to use nunchucks. Now, obviously, these are not real. Obviously, you don't want to be swinging these around where people can see you. Like, just do it in a nice open space, like in your training area or in your comfort of your home, somewhere where you won't break stuff or hit stuff, or outside in your backyard. Just for funsies. Like, you're not going to be doing all the swinging or like action and like a street fight to like impress your opponent or whatever, because more likely your opponent's probably going to want to fight you and you need to defend yourself. Then nunchucks in a street fight are not exactly useful in 90% of scenarios unless your fighter is barehanded. So if they're barehanded, then that'd probably be the only time that these would be useful. Otherwise, if they have a knife or slashing weapon or something else, like even a knife, it's like shorter range, right? But it can easily be throwable or they get close, because once you strike, it's really hard to just like switch back and be precise. Because even if they don't know what they're doing, the person with that sort of weapon is more likely to win, because it can inflict more severe wounds than swinging these. Like, even if you're really experienced with this. So if they were just an average person, didn't know martial arts, then maybe these would be useful and they're unarmed, barehanded. But in every other scenario, just don't. So this is just like a training exercise. Think of it like this. It's a good way to practice hand-eye coordination, improve your muscle memory with this, you know. So how we're gonna start, we could go, think of it like wiping a windshield, but it's more down like this. We'll go like this. And then once you're done doing the windshield, you can go to hands on the clock. Or you could think of it like juggling. Both hands on the clock, it could be like 3 o'clock here or 9 o'clock. Because you see, it's kind of like hands on the clock, right? But it's a little more backwards. So windshield wipers, hands on the clock, or juggling, because jugglers use a lot of techniques. And this is just kind of like maybe something they use or something similar. It's kind of like juggling, just think of it like that. Or hands on the clock, like I said. And then once you're done doing that, you can go from this, think of it like you're holding an axe, kind of, almost, or holding something on your back, like with one hand. And then you come down to do the armpit catch. So you go from this to this, kind of like this. You kind of curve in, not exactly what I'm doing here, but basically you go from holding something on your back, like holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. Holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. So what that look like is holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. Like, you know, you'd hold a cup out like this, or you're awkwardly holding it, so it's like this. So one more time, holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. Holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. Then from here, you could do a strike. So you could go like this, and then you see what I'm doing here is like I'm kind of rowing a boat almost. Think of it like that. Like I'm rowing a boat, or I don't know, what's another good way to think of this. But yeah, rowing a boat's an example, so just think of that. So you went from your axe and awkwardly holding a cup, and then you kind of strike forward, but it could also be like you're doing a flimsy punch, like you're hesitating to punch, you know, like a normal punch would be like that, but you're kind of doing a more awkward punch, kind of like this, or you're rowing a boat. So you're here, awkwardly holding the cup, so rowing your boat. Row your boat. Slow motion. Step 1 would be like this. Step 2, this would come back. And step 3, you go back to awkwardly holding your cup. Like you're rowing the boat, or awkwardly holding your cup, or you're just rowing a boat, really weirdly. So once again, windshield wipers. Then come back, telling the time, hands on the clock, or you're juggling-ish. And this is what it'll look like from this angle. Windshield wipers, telling the time, you're juggling. And you do an armpit catch, so holding an axe, awkwardly holding a cup. Holding an axe, awkwardly holding the cup. And when you strike, you're rowing the boat. So in order, windshield wipers, telling the time, or juggling, holding an axe, awkwardly holding the cup, holding an axe, awkwardly holding the cup, strike, like you're rowing a boat, right here, rowing a boat, rowing a boat. I'll do it one last time, just really slowly, so you can really see it. Now that you got all the analogies down, or, you know, roughly got the idea of them, then you can do all these steps. And yeah, that's how you use nunchucks. Just basics, not all the techniques, but those are just some simple ones. I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully you can have fun with this.